McCowan for Murray. And McCowan's back onto it. It's Murray. Palmer Holden's there and will score. 1-1. And Seb Palmer Holden ensures the United lead didn't last long. A matter of minutes. He was on loan early last season, had to go back to Norwich when they sold Tim Krul. Murray's got in behind Ross Graham here, and that's rash from the big defender. He's been spared by an offside flag. Well, it looks a penalty if he's onside, and that's what Simon Murray gives you. Hasn't been able to do this often enough this afternoon. I think David Dickinson is going to come and have a look at this, so it's whether he thinks this is a foul or not. He's made his mind up, and the penalty's given. Dundee level again. McCowan husses the United fans, and the dark blue half of the city of Discovery celebrates again. A second equaliser. Not a good clearance. McCowan must have thought about taking the shot on, instead he plays it short to Tiffany. Cameron wants it. Tiffany goes for goal though, and it was the right choice because Scott Tiffany fires Dundee into the lead. Zander Clark never recovered from the poor clearance. Scott Tiffany's first of the season, and it all comes from that missed kick wheelie from Zander Clark. Tiffany with options coming in behind him, but he went for goal and he arrowed it into Zander Clark's near post. Holding back to Ingram, into Murray. To spin and get away from Royals, which he manages to do, and there's an own goal! Oh, it's gone from bad to worse for Gerald Taylor, and Dundee double their advantage in first half stoppage time. Well, it's been a bad 5 minutes for Gerald Taylor. Cameron's won it. Now Tiffany. Oh, that could be a penalty. It is. Frankie Kent stuck out the boot. Tiffany went down. Could this first half get any worse for Hearts? Here he could put them 3 goals up before half time. If he can beat Zander Clark, it's McCowan. Brilliant penalty. Zander Clark beaten, and Dundee are 3 up at half time against Hearts. What a performance. Well, absolute delirium at Dens Park. The coolest of penalties from Luke McCowan. No wonder there is interest in him.
Hit Pateta, well, that's under hit. And here's Tiffany for Dundee. Rampaging forwards. Murray gets it back. Arrows one to the far post. And that's poor from Obita. Cameron jinking his way forward. And here's Tiffany. And Scott Tiffany side foots in Dundee's 30th goal already this season. And Hibs, as has been the case in this early part of the season, causing all their own problems with that poor clearance. Cameron stays calm to make space in the box, and Tiffany does the rest. And Jordan Obita will hang his head. Dundee, so good in the first half and played their part in the second, now behind. McCowan stabs it forward, and it's helped into the path of Simon Murray. He's done it. Simon Murray against his old club. And the Dundee striker enjoyed that one as much as every Dundee fan at Easter Road.
Here's Curtis Main, chance for the equaliser. Beautifully taken by Curtis Main. And Dundee quickly back on level terms. Takes the applause of his manager and the Dundee faithful. The long ball, again it's the bounce that beats the defence. Taylor couldn't deal with it, and Main, a really composed finish. Forward comes Braybrook. O'Hara wins it back though. Boyd Munns can't find the pass. Dundee have won it. Here's Tiffany. Cuts across Mandro and squeezes it through for Cameron, who in turn slides it forward for Larkesh to slam home the equaliser. Another really good finish to add to the three we've had already. It's Tiffany who begins it. Manages to get it through to Cameron, who bides his time before slipping it for Larkesh to score his first Dundee goal. McCracken goes route one. Simon Murray looking to get in here. He might be in here. The challenge comes in from Malloy, and the referee points to the spot. It's Murray against Mitov from 12 yards. Up he steps and coolly slots it in, sending Mitov the wrong way, and Dundee are right back in it.
Robbie D is trying to find Matty Kennedy, but that's poor. And Dundee will have a chance to get up the pitch. While Cameron, plenty of space, not closed down. Finds Larkesh, drills it again! And this time, Ziad Larkesh finds the bottom corner. All set up by the number 10, Lyle Cameron. And that was far too easy for Tony Docherty and Dundee. Palmer Holden up against Ndaba, flicks on, Adewumi in behind. Oh, what a goal! Oluwaseun Adewumi has surely given Dundee all 3 points. They've played with a man less this entire second half, but a simple long ball has unlocked the Kilmarnock defence.
Cameron and Dundee are going up the other end now. Murray for Cameron. Good sliding challenge, but Cameron emerges with the ball again. Here's Larkesh, Murray's header, and it drops for Lyle Cameron. First blood Dundee at Fir Park. And it's a big one for the travelling support and their Dundee sides. Tony Docherty not interested in overhyping it. Plenty of time left in this game, but it's well worked. Cameron involved in the build-up, tenacious to get it back. Teasing delivery from Larkesh, and Cameron stationed to slide it into the bottom corner. Such an unerring finish from the Dundee midfielder, who grabs his first league goal of the season. Carson goes long, and that's been allowed to bounce, and Murray's up there, and Murray gets a boot on it, and Simon Murray finishes from close range to give Dundee the lead. Well, it's a rather bizarre opening goal, But Simon Murray and Dundee celebrate. Nonetheless, his third in the Premiership this season. Here's Cameron. Larkesh. Adewumi. Neat footwork. And he dinks it in, Adewumi, and there's Palmer Holden to finish. And Dundee hit straight back, and boy, they needed that. A minute after Kennedy makes it 2-0, and Seb Palmer Holden has halved the deficit. And it's a big goal before the break for Dundee because they were in bother. They were struggling after Kennedy's header. It's just put into a dangerous area and beats the Kilmarnock defence and doesn't beat Palmer Holden, who watched it all the way and guides it in. Dundee 1, Kilmarnock 2. Game on. And Dundee move it quickly to Adewumi. Floated in, and it's up for Jordan McGee. And this time it's Dundee who have become the comeback kings in this fixture. And the half-time substitute, Jordan McGee, is the man to pop up with the equaliser. Final throws at Dens. Larkesh. That's flicked onto Mulligan. And Mulligan drives away from McKenzie. It's still Josh Mulligan. And here's Larkesh to win it! It's unbelievable! Revenge! It's sweet at Dens Park! Because Dundee have just done to Kilmarnock what Kilmarnock did to them a month ago. They've come from 2 goals down to win this Premiership game, and Ziad Larkesh is the hero.
Here's Tiffany again. It's a good ball in, glancing header, wonderful goal. Simon Murray does get his name on the score sheet. Wonderful run from Simon Murray, and the header is perfection beyond Mitov.
Dundee with just 2 wins in their last 9. With a chance on the man advantage. Try and make it count and get back into this game. Here's Finlay Robertson. Driving past Cadden. And he's dug out the cross, and McGee finds the finish. And it only took Dundee 14 minutes from the sending off to find themselves level. Huge credit to Robertson. Never gave up. Corner comes in. Portales wins it. And Dundee leads. Portales is the one who celebrates. But it's come off the head of Nectarios Triantis, and Hibs' woes only grow at Dens Park. Too easy at the front post for Portales, and Triantis, facing the complete opposite direction, knows nothing about it. Hibs in real bother now. Bursick, oh that's heavy. Palmer Holden's there, and it's Palmer Holden. It's 3-1. And it is an utter horror show from Joseph Bursick. Hibs on the ropes, and the goalkeeper may just have landed the final blow. Another shocking touch. Credit Palmer Holden. He was on the spot, got the break of the ball for the block, and he couldn't miss thereafter. Rocky Bashiri. Oh, he's dispossessed by Cameron. And now it's a chance for Dundee. Curtis Main with just Bursick to beat. And the cake is iced at Dens. The substitute, Curtis Main, compounds David Gray's misery. And the Hibs fans, those who have stayed, have certainly seen enough now. Dundee on course for a precious 3 points as the gloom over Hibernian Football Club only grows. Crisp finish from May, it's 4-1.
Cameron under pressure. He's done well to keep the ball there. And pick out Adewumi. Only just on. Adewumi gets to the byline, cuts it back. Dees gets there, could drop to Cameron! Dundee hit the front! Lyle Cameron with the goal! Well, it's what their first half deserved. Not sure about the second. Kilmarnock have been dominating the last couple of minutes, but it's Dundee who prove more clinical. Brilliant play from Adewumi, only just on as a sub, and the ball just drops so kindly to Cameron, and he picks out the back of the net. Tiffany away from Tavares, and he slips the ball forward to Adewumi. Up against Liam Gordon, goes inside and curls! And curls for the corner! A brilliant finish from Oluwaseun Adewumi, making only his third Dundee start. And he repays that trust that Tony Docherty's shown him with a superb goal. But is it all too easy again from a Motherwell perspective? Adewumi had to just come inside, opens up the body, fantastic finish. Lennon Miller to deliver, comes all the way through to John McCracken. Easy for the Dundee keeper as Kofi Bammer lies on the deck, but Dundee are coming forward. Portales, he's got options, he goes to Tiffany, who has room on his right, and it's in! Scott Tiffany has Dundee in front on the hour mark, and it's the perfect counter-attack from Tony Docherty's side. Motherwell are absolutely furious. They think that should have been held back for the head injury to Kofi Bammer. Silla picks up. This looks strong in the middle of the park tonight. McGee inside to Murray, laid off to Cameron, deflected and in! 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes! And Dundee double their advantage! And it looks a lot more comfortable now for the home side. Lyle Cameron getting the acclaim. Stuart Kettle staring down the barrel, a third loss in a row. Murray up against Bammer, and he wins that battle of strength, plays it into Cameron, takes a touch and finishes! And that might just finish the game as well. 3 goals in 7 minutes, and Dundee are running away with this. Lyle Cameron putting them in cruise control. Well, it's brilliant strength from Simon Murray, just barges Kofi Bammer out the way, and a brilliant finish from Lyle Cameron.
It's Cameron to play it forward now. Mulligan just hangs one up to that back post, and there's Simon Murray! Makes no mistake this time, and Dundee have the lead. All is forgotten. Simon Murray makes amends for his previous miss as he heads in his 9th goal of the season. Fantastic delivery from Mulligan this time. Simon Murray rises the highest. It's Dundee open the scoring. Holding a little bit too much of Murray's shirt. Cross. He's lofted to that back post. Astley flicks it back across, and there's Murray! He's scored his second! Dundee are back in front! Muted reaction from the fans, a delayed reaction in the end, but it has gone in. Murray smashes it off the crossbar and in. St Mirren don't deal with the initial cross. Astley flicks it back over, and there was Simon Murray, ruthless this time. It's his second header of the match and Dundee's second of the evening, and that's now 10 goals in all competitions for the former Ross County man.
What is the verdict? Penalty!
Simon Murray, former United striker, steps up and scores and puts Dundee in front. And Dundee make the breakthrough.
Cameron and Adewumi standing over it. Flighted ball in from Cameron. Reedy comes to claim but can't get a hold of it. On it comes for Simon Murray. What a start for Dundee and McDermott Park. Simon Murray with his 13th goal of the season and his 4th in his last 3 outings. The free kick just not dealt with by St Johnstone, and Murray was there to punish. Corner to come from Cameron. Out it comes for Tiffany. Lifted into the area. The header from right. Robertson's effort deflects. And there's Seb Palmer Holden. A double helping of Dundee delight at McDermott Park. Palmer Holden gets his 8th of the season. Again, St Johnstone just not able to defend the set piece, and Palmer Holden at the back post. Wright's header, Robertson's effort deflects, and there was Palmer Holden to slot home. Forward comes Mulligan, motoring down the right, missed by Adewumi, might just come for Lyle Cameron. It's 3 for Dundee. Lyle Cameron makes it 3-0 at McDermott Park, and it was so easy. The ball across from Mulligan, Adewumi missed it, and Cameron had all the time in the world. Dundee with their 3rd shot on target, find the net for a 3rd time.
Was caught up the park there, but Connor Barron comes back and helps him out. Well worked by Dundee, this. There's Tiffany. Just wouldn't fall for him. Here's Mulligan. Back across, and Dundee lead! Adewumi! Rangers caught away from home early on at Dens. Caught cold in these freezing conditions, and Adewumi sweeps home. Back across, and Adewumi was there to knock home his 3rd Dundee goal of this campaign. This is Dundee's long wait for a victory over Rangers ending this evening.
Bernardo's corner as Celtic look to pile on the pressure. Carter Vickers gets up, can't steer it on target. Dundee desperately trying to get it away. Simon Murray eventually latches onto it. Now it's Robertson and Adewumi, and Dundee go from one end to the other, and it's Adewumi! Superb! A laser focused counter-attack from Dundee pulls them level, and Olaweson Adewumi scored against Rangers last week, scores against Celtic now. Carson launches it long. Murray will chase that all day, never gives up, and that's why. Superb from Simon Murray. Now it's Mulligan, fires in the cross, and it's in! Dundee level again. Murray and Mulligan combining to wreak havoc in the Celtic box. Robertson lines this one up. Hoists it to the back post where Donnelly meets it, and Donnelly crashes on the header. Oh wow! Dens goes daft because Dundee are in front and on the verge of a first win over Celtic in nearly a quarter of a century. Towering header from Donnelly, and the home side lead 3-2. Astonishing.
Here's McGee. Mulligan Dundee desperate for a response. It's a neat play from Mulligan, and Palmer Holden gives them the response. Less than 2 minutes between the goals, and the defibrillators apply to this Dundee performance. It's clever play from Mulligan, who's been impressive all day, and Palmer Holden ghosting between the two centre backs to clip home from 6 yards out. Ruthless touch. It's Tony Docherty's men who are probing for the opener as McGee lays it off. Larkesh, Simon Murray with some space to work in on the edge of the box, and doesn't he make the most of it? It's a belter from the Dundee skipper, and it sends the D Hordes bonkers in the away end. A fabulous strike from the former Ross County hitman. Picks up a good position on the edge of the box, picked out by Larkesh. And this swerving effort too high for Jordan Amissa to claw away from the top corner.
Sends the ball forward, great ball in behind. Substitute Charlie Riley's onto this, and Riley finds Murray, and Dundee have an equaliser. 11 minutes to go in this one. Dundee's first shot on target, and they're back on level terms. It's a 15th goal of the season for striker Simon Murray. Fantastic ball in behind by Shaughnessy. Did ever so well just to poke that back across for Simon Murray. Donnelly with the long throw. Shaughnessy flicks it on, and there's Murray! Dundee quick to equalise just 3 minutes after going behind. 16th goal of the season for Simon Murray. That important flick on at the front post, and Murray alert in the box as ever.
Murray still jeered as Larkesh gets the ball in. Jordan McGee's there! This one will stand! Jordan McGee with a brilliant diving header, planting the ball across the goalkeeper and into the bottom corner. He's been part of this relentless Dundee attack, and he's got the ball again. He goes for goal. Oh, it's gone through Walton! Calamitous from the United keeper! And Dundee are 2-0 up in the derby! Well, who saw this coming? But since that second goal went in, more comfortable that time. But it's not the best from Ferry, who's just given up on that. And Adewumi is into the box. He lays off Jordan McGee! Incredible! A second for Jordan McGee, a third for Dundee. 3-1 ahead, and it's what Dundee deserve. They've been superb in this first half. Simon Murray goes down under the challenge of Adegbiega, but he's back up and he's in behind. He goes down. Penalty. Emmanuel Adegbiega is sent off. A straight red card. Clearly shoved by Adegbiega. Simon Murray from the spot. He scores. Dundee 4, Dundee United 2. And Simon Murray is off to celebrate in front of the home fans. The boyhood Dundee fan.
Finlay Robertson in the chance, and it's the opening goal. Simon Murray's on such a great run of form at the moment, and he does it again. He finished off the scoring against Dundee United. He starts the scoring against Rangers. Beautiful controlled little volley, got away from Tavernier and lifted it over the goalkeeper. And Simon Murray the regular goal scorer. Donnelly hurls that in. Suter called for it, was taken off his head. Rangers clear. Diamondi. Hickman can't get it clear. It's back into the middle. Shaughnessy with the header. It's spilled by the goalkeeper. It's a mistake by Jack Butland. And it's Shaughnessy with his first league goal of the season. Scored in the Scottish Cup against Hearts, but it's joy in the league. It's a mistake by Jack Butland. He's onside. Played across. Got the header in. Murray looked to be behind him. It bounced up awkwardly. Murray battled with Butland, and Joe Shaughnessy knocked the ball into the back of the net. It looked easy for Butland. It just came up off the turf and then popped home by the captain. Dundee 2, Rangers 0. It's gone to VAR and the goal's been given. Nearly 62 minutes played. You refuse to believe that there's not going to be more goals in this one. It's been so open. Silla with a flick inside. Tiffany. Murray opens up a little gap for him. Murray gets the chance for Tiffany, and Tiffany takes it. Watch Simon Murray just lean into Sterling, allowed the space round Jeff Hughes just on, and that is a fabulous finish from Scott Tiffany. It's a 9th Dundee goal in his career, and I doubt he's finished any better than that.
Here's Tiffany. Larkesh on the outside. Stops the ball, crosses with the right. Richard Taylor attempting to get something on it. Now McGee. Scrambling, and he scores! Simon Murray! Of course he does! It's another to add to an impressive goal record this season. St Mirren just couldn't clear. Adewumi was around, and Simon Murray often doesn't need an invitation. The ball drops into his path and he swipes it past Zach Hemming. Murray sees Hemming off his line. How about that? You cannot give Simon Murray that kind of opportunity, or you will be punished. Hemming smashes the ball right at the Dundee forward, who didn't even need a touch to set. Once he knew where the ball was, he caressed it just inside that post.
Sitting Mulligan with some space though, tries to work it, and Forrester clears. Danger still on though. Tiffany curls in. McCart heads away down to Simon Murray. Oh, it's gone in! Simon Murray squeezing the ball through the legs of Frankie Kent to give Dundee the lead in Edinburgh. 8 goals in 8 games for Dundee's talisman. 21 for the season for Simon Murray, and this one could be so important. Oh, should Frankie Kent do better on the line? Craig Gordon certainly thought so.
Ashley's throw. Shaughnessy tries to go up there. Shout for a penalty, won't matter. Portales with a finish. That is a stunning strike for his first league goal of the season. Well, he netted 3 times in the League Cup, but this is a stunner. 1 or 2 shouts for a penalty, but it breaks back off Halliday, and Portales finds the top corner. Absolute delight.
Dundee can come away with the ball. Mulligan, nice ball over the top, and Finn Robertson latches onto this. Adewumi driving at the defence, he slips through for Cameron, and it's Cameron who gets there first, and the ball trickles in. Dundee, really from nowhere, have their equaliser, and it's Lyle Cameron with it. Well, it looked like David Watson had done enough. It looked like the young midfielder had got there first, but Cameron just wants it more and slides in. Robertson plays the 1-2. Larkesh gets the break of the ball. Tries to pick out a man in the middle. While Cameron, good footwork. Oh, and it's a fine finish as well. Lasered into the bottom corner. And Dundee have given themselves a chance now, thanks to Lyle Cameron, his second of the afternoon. And the best strike of the game, really. Just tucked away into that bottom corner.
See, 3 from 3 against Dundee this season. Here comes Cameron. Lovely sliding ball for Tiffany! Huge goal from Scott Tiffany to break the deadlock at Dens. And it's the homegrown hero, Lyle Cameron, departing for Rangers in the summer, doing his best to ensure he leaves Dundee a top-flight club. What a pass from him, what a run from Tiffany, and he has the composure to match. Steers it into the bottom corner.
Tiffany's done well there, and then Murray knocks it into the path of Cameron. Opportunity here for Dundee! Another fabulous finish for Lyle Cameron! What a player he has been for Dundee! And he comes up with another big moment that could yet be the goal that keeps them in the Premiership for another year. Well, he may be departing in the summer, but he wants to leave on a high. And with the 13th goal of this campaign, drills it into the bottom corner. And it's another huge moment for Tony Docherty and his side. Cameron, Larkesh on the overlap here. It's Larkesh, was he clipped? Yeah, it's a penalty. And Dundee will get the opportunity to put the tin lid on the victory here. There's a slight nudge in the back there from Carey. And Stephen McLean points to the spot. There's not a massive amount of contact. Lyle Cameron is going to get the opportunity here to end his Dundee career with another double. There it is. Dundee are safe and in the Premiership next season. And Lyle Cameron is the man that has ensured that victory. And the Dundee celebrations will begin now. Another cool spot kick from Cameron. A 14th goal this season. And with that, Ross County consigned to the playoff position. And Dundee live to fight another season.